What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Around the Monitor, the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. I'm your host, Zach, and how things work here, basically, we talk through the week's news and games. Every time somebody makes a good point or a funny joke, I give them an actual point, and whoever has the highest score at the end of the show wins for this week. Joining us once again, we've got the world's #1 Psychonauts 2 fan, David. We've got the Ace Attorney, Pridge. We've got the messy room man, Chris. And last but not least, the hockey sticks and sickler herself, Elise.
Your girl got a Switch.
Woo!
Been playing far too much Monster Hunter.
I love that it's the Monster Hunter Switch and you're paused on Monster Hunter. Stay on, man.
I mean, as soon as this camera cuts away from her, I know exactly what Elise will be doing. If this is your first time watching the show, you can watch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It goes up the very following morning on our YouTube, youtube.com/SaveDataTeam, as well as podcast services. If you like what we're doing here, please give this video a like or go subscribe to our channel, give us an upvote there, or rate us or review us on whichever podcast service you listen to. But if you are watching it live, you can also vote along at home to help influence the scores to, mess around with things. Already in the chat, Joe gives a point to Elise for Monster Hunter. So there we go. That's how it works, folks. The only rule is that you can't do it more than once per round. So you can't completely break the game.
Does before the show start count as before round one?
I'm going to count that one. But we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. And folks, we got a great one this week. A very minor news article that did make the cut. A hardware engineer from the United States made the world's largest working Nintendo Switch and donated it to a children's hospital in Tennessee. My question to you all is, how wide is this Nintendo Switch?
See, I saw the picture.
I saw the article.
I didn't see the picture.
It was.
Yeah.
What dimension are we talking? Are we talking like
I think it's just
left to
straight
right?
width.
Wide, yeah.
Yeah.
I realize you are also
Okay.
at a disadvantage because this is in inches.
Well, just open up a
Oh,
converter.
fuck.
Yeah. I mean, just convert it. Just convert it.
77 inches.
Damn, I wish you would have said 76.
Fallout.
No, 76 trombones led the big parade.
Ah.
Solid Music Man
Yeah, that's
reference.
a nice Music Man reference.
Yeah.
70 inches.
70 inches.
65 inches.
65 inches. Everybody's really landing pretty similarly on this.
At least
I mean, I saw the picture and
2
know
feet,
how
or
wings
2 meters. 2 meters.
Okay, gonna translate this real quick into American.
78. 78.
I think that's a bit over 6 feet.
78.
if I remember
78.
Yeah.
It's closer to 79, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. The correct answer, Pridge got it dead on. It is 70 inches.
Which means I believe me and Chris died.
Oh, damn it. Price is Right rules. I went over, so you go first.
Yeah, thank you. For my, I was going to say, how tall is it? The tiebreaker, because I also know that. It is 30 inches tall. It's impressively big. It's the thing where
That's just a TV with a switch plugged into it.
Yeah,
That's all that is.
it's the thing where
what it is.
where he was like, "Hey, I donated it to this children's hospital." I'm like, the children can't play it. It's too fucking big. Why did you do that?
It's fun. You get like 2 kids playing on it and they hit the buttons on each side.
Yeah,
It's
but what
fun.
the fuck are they gonna play and do well?
They also get normal Joy-Cons. Let
Yeah,
them
that's
have
fine.
joy.
once
God
again,
damn, they're
it's still
dying.
just a big TV. You can just
Well,
play
okay,
shit
well,
on it
it's
normally.
not like a fucking death hospital. It's just a children's hospital. They live and get
I mean,
better.
we're all dying though. Technically.
Do you know what happens in
Anyway,
children's hospitals? Children die.
This is thank you for welcome to Around the Morbidity. Where we talk about
Jesus
the
Christ.
never-ending crawl towards death. Let's go through the week's topics.
for your time.
We got Jimmy Fallon. I hate this man. Made his Twitch stream debut this week and played Among Us with other famous streamers. God have mercy on
Don't
us
say
all.
other famous streamers like he's a famous streamer.
He's a famous piece of shit is what he is. Anyways, Mario 99 is dead. Long live Pac-Man 99, the newest hit battle royale to come to a Nintendo Switch. Xbox.
It was Mario 35.
Fuck off. They're all dead. Xbox hires Japanese VTubers to help advertise Xbox Game Pass in Japan. Is that going to work out? Probably not.
No.
E3 is officially happening this year as an all-digital event. Several major publishers have confirmed they will be there. As per usual, Sony and EA are not going to be there. Whatever. E3's happening, I guess. Animal Crossing's Build-A-Bear crossover has been revealed, and hey, guess what? It's disappointing. It's just Tom Nook and Isabelle. Womp womp. Intel has revealed an AI to help censor hate speech in voice chat on a sliding scale. Twitch is going to be expanding its effort to punish users for misconduct they do outside of Twitch. Rumors are now swelling that Xbox might be publishing Hideo Kojima's next video game. In a similar story, the PlayStation exclusive Abandon is not a secret Hideo Kojima game. The games director has had to come out and state, hey, listen, y'all, I'm not secretly Hideo Kojima. Please don't think I'm making a Hideo Kojima game.
I'm not Kojima in a trench coat with a top hat on.
Right.
And a mustache.
Formerly a PlayStation exclusive series, MLB the Show is now going to be coming to Xbox, most notably to Xbox Game Pass, same day and date as on PlayStation. WWE superstar Xavier Woods is going to be hosting a game show on G4 whenever that comes back. And the absolutely shameless Nintendo ripoff mobile game has gone viral. It's absolutely hilarious. We have put this in the Discord and laughed about it. But how long do we realistically think this thing goes before it gets sued to hell and back by Nintendo?
I'll give them as much money as they possibly need to fight Nintendo.
Hasn't it already been taken down though?
Probably.
Maybe it has.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Fine.
Okay, yeah. So I'll let whoever's doing that topic talk about it.
Pridge, you're up first. What topic would you like to talk about to start the show?
There's a couple funny things I kind of want to meme on, but I really want to start out with the Intel hate speech slider.
Yeah, this is there's a lot to talk about on this one.
This is honestly super funny.
Move over, Spider Slider.
Exactly. Tell us about that hate speech. God damn it.
So Intel gave a presentation at GDC a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
And no one really noticed because it wasn't like a big event.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things they pitched was an AI known as, which is a service known as Bleep,
mm-hmm.
which is
a
in
great
their
name,
words,
actually.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny name. Which is in their words is a user-facing application that uses AI to detect and redact audio based on user preferences.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what this comes down to is it's going to try and gauge what you want it to censor and what you don't want it to censor.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, this is honestly a good idea because it's kind of tough to decide between game companies are notoriously bad at detecting and punishing hate speech. Some people can handle certain kinds of language. Some people can't. And I personally sort of lean to the tide of just ban voice chat altogether if this shit's going to happen. But if we can find a way to find a middle ground, I will certainly support someone trying to do it. I think if we can't, then we just get rid of voice chat because people are awful. But what really makes this funny is there's some pictures of what this application looks like. And it is literally a series of sliders that with markers for none, some, most, and all. And then different sliders for different kinds of hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
And you can customize these to help the AI.
Uh-huh.
And it's really funny to think about sitting there and be like, well, I want to hear just a little misogyny, no homophobia, most white supremacy, but no body shaming. It's so weird to look at because who's sitting there like, how much misogyny can I handle? What what level of name calling am I comfortable with?
Right.
And it like I actually do believe there's a good intention behind this, but this is so dumb looking in practice.
Totally.
As I look at this screen and be like, well, for me, I'm just setting everything to none because I don't want to hear shitty people and their shitty hate speech.
Right.
But I just want to imagine the kind of person who's like, I refuse to allow misogyny, but I'm super homophobic. It's just so weird.
Yeah, the choice of like how minute it gets some of the sliders of like just like, oh, here's one for just bad words. Like, oh, okay, bad
Right.
words. Like, oh,
Here's one for white nationalism.
yeah, and it's like, okay, well, maybe that was
I guess I'm pretty comfortable with F-bombs, but no white nationalism.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
My
like, there is
favorite-
that.
My
Yeah.
favorite is that every slider has none, none, some, most, or all, and then there's the N word that's just
Oh, yeah.
on and off.
It does. I think the top comment here points out something like important, which is like people of color use this kind of language differently than like white people
Yep.
do, or like
Very good point.
marginalized groups do. So
Yeah.
like, if you're you don't want to censor black people using the N-word like in a reclaim sense, but you do want to censor like white nationalism. So that's
Right.
part of why I think
Right. Again, I actually think there is sense and thought behind this. It just looks so funny.
Yes.
That's really what I'm saying. I hope this works out and allows people to enjoy video games with only having to hear the stuff they're comfortable hearing. I hope this works. I just can't get over how funny it looks.
Right.
The main question here is, will it work, or will it end in cartoonishly not working and censoring all the wrong things, like somehow only leaving in the terrible offensive things?
You'll say like oh, pass me the ball, and it thinks you're saying ass, and it's just like the ball. What are you saying?
The baby.
Unlike voice chat, though, like there's a great essay by Ren Price, which is about like how voice chat can be really a barrier to entry in games that like require it for women and for trans people.
Yes, it can.
100%.
Because of all the abuse and everything. And there's this essay about like using Valorant and voice chat to like help vocal training. I'll post it in like the Discord and in chat here.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a point, two at least, from Halucha for Black Indigenous people of color consideration. And we have Dan giving a point. I can run Overwatch 2 at maximum settings, 4K, 120 FPS, and 100% uncensored.
Uncensored, uncut, out of control. Overwatch 2. Ding.
God damn it. David, what would you like to talk about for the second topic of the show?
Let's go memes first. Animal Crossing and fucking Build-A-Bear.
Chris is like, oh, thank God you didn't take my topic.
Exactly.
Tell us about Animal Crossing.
Listen, y'all, Animal Crossing, great game. I put like 200 hours into that shit during the beginning of the pandemic before I fell off. Fantastic game. Build-A-Bear and Animal Crossing announced, I think a couple weeks ago, that they were doing a collaboration. And fans everywhere were like, oh, which villagers are they going to choose? Is it going to be Stitches? Is it going to be Pietro? Who is going to show up? Listen, y'all, it's fucking nobody. It's Isabelle and Tom fucking Nook.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite character in Animal Crossing. The man who owns your debt and your life for the first, 50 hours of that game. They took the coward's route. That is what happened here.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing and Build-A-Bear, fucking cowards. They were fearful of the fan base being like, oh, why didn't you make... I can't think
My
of a
favorite
character.
villager,
My favorite character's plushie. Why did you have to use a different character? Listen, that's the coward's way out. Nintendo, Build-A-Bear, you took the fucking coward's way out. Isabelle's great. I'm not gonna complain about Isabelle.
I mean, you
can
gotta
put
have
Isabelle in
Isabelle.
fucking anything you want. I don't
Mhm.
care. Isabelle is fantastic. person, animal, whichever, or both of those things
Crossing.
that she is. Concept, mentor.
Okay. Thank you.
She's great. Tom Nook, fuck off.
But like, it's like where's KK Slider? Where's there's so many.
Where's literally anyone else?
I mean, they also
Where's
could have
that-
done just
They did
villagers.
2. Listen, they did 2. They're only available online, which pandemic, I understand.
Mhm.
But eventually they're coming to stores. Like, why? Just give us something else. Like, listen, we got Isabelle in Smash. We can have other characters in plush, all right?
Mm.
It's true.
And Tom Nook, we just don't need him. I get that he's trying to provide for his family and his nephews, but like, we don't need him.
Not as
He's got enough money. He has enough bells.
Yeah, redistribute the wealth, Tom Nook. Come on.
The man makes like, listen, if you calculate the net worth of Tom Nook based on how many people have fucking paid him in Animal Crossing, he's probably the richest man alive. He may be more rich than Jeff Bezos.
It
We
depends
don't
on
know.
what the bells to dollars rate is.
The bells, I'm pretty sure they're equivalent to yen.
I think so too, like 100.
But
is
aren't
basically
aren't they
$1.
canonically made of gold though?
I mean,
I don't
listen, we
know,
don't know how
dog.
big a bell is anyway. It could just be like,
I don't go that far into Animal Crossing deep lore.
deep lore. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, KK Slider, you have the white dog, you can dip it in red, now you got a Clifford plush to also sell. You can dip it in black, now you got a Goofy plush to also
I
sell.
hate
You have
you.
options
I hate
here.
you so
Goofy
much.
reference.
I
Snuck
hate
it
you.
in, baby.
You stuck it
God.
on my topic, you motherfucker.
You never saw it coming, you fool.
You
God,
son of
I
a
hate you.
bitch.
Uh,
You absolute asshole.
Everyone, take away a point from Chris for forcing his goofy joke during David's time.
Speaking of the chat, we've got Haluchi gives a point to David for recognizing Stitch's and Pietro's supremacy. Chris, you are an absolute bastard, and I hate you. But it is unfortunately your time to talk on the show. What would you like to talk about for your first topic?
Let's talk about my true sporting love. Not wrestling, it's baseball, baby.
Okay.
I like baseball, however. MLB The Show 2021, for the first time in, I believe, ever, it will not just be a PlayStation exclusive. It's going on to Xbox Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, it's just fucking free.
Mhm.
Day 1. That's right. The 6-year PlayStation exclusivity has apparently ran out, and we're swinging it with some baseball day 1. And this is crazy because I want to read one of the notes from the PlayStation release, like that said this. As part of the goal for this year's game, MLB decided to bring the franchise to more players and more baseball fans. MLB decided this. We didn't do shit.
Yeah, that's the messaging for sure.
Yeah, that's the topic here. Is that MLB said, "Hey, PlayStation, you're great and all. We appreciate the video games and the money. That being said, we would be interested in more money.
Mhm.
And you're probably not going to win this console cycle quite as handedly as you did last time. So we're just going to go ahead and say we're going on Xbox, and you have really no ability to stop us because we own baseball. What are you going to do about it?
There's no crying in baseball, PlayStation.
Walk it off, PlayStation." This is wild, and I mean, it just shows that, like, yeah, I mean, if you make a deal with, like, this is like the same thing with Star Wars deal with EA, or the NFL's deal with also EA. If they decided to say, fuck you, you really have to just say, okay, yes, sir, thank you, and go on. That you have absolutely no control, unless, hey, Sony, it's me, your boy in the Nintendo hoodie. I have a bit of advice for you. Fuck them. You don't need them. Because you have a secret hidden IP that is more powerful than regular baseball.
Oh no.
That's right. I'm of course talking about PlayStation All-Star.
Why did I think you were going to go there? And I was like, no, he wouldn't go there. No
That's
fool
right.
would go there.
God, that's right. Fuck Super Mario Strikers and Super Mario Struckers.
Struckers?
Sluggers, what I meant to say.
Fuckers?
Yeah, like
Mario
jam.
Smuckers.
Yeah, but see, PB&J brought to you by Mario. Just make PlayStation All-Stars Dash the show, and just make baseball with all the great PlayStation characters. You know, like Jack from Jack and Daxter, and the Ratchet and Clanks, and who else was in that thing? Raiden? Sure, why not? Konami's still around. Have
Big
the Yakuza
Daddy.
boys show up. They love baseball. There's baseball in all the Yakuza games.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
get Sonic up in here. He's not technically Sega, whatever, or Sonic, Sony. They're all the same thing. This is all the same bullshit secondary crap. Get it all in there. Who's gonna stop you? Make more fun sports games. Damn it!
I'll give you a point for that sentiment at least. That
Thank
was,
you.
you know, that's
Wow,
something.
I got no points.
That's not true. Here's the thing.
To
Well-
be fair, I would have not given you any points.
hey!
Because a PlayStation All-Star Sports game sounds like the worst idea
Hey,
ever.
I made plenty of good points before I brought up PlayStation All Stars.
That's
Okay, that part's
actually
fair.
true.
What am I gonna
That
say?
part is
Oh boy,
fair.
I'm so excited to play MLB the Show on my Xbox, so I can int as the Nationals for another season and waste two of the best pitchers in the league. No one wants to hear about baseball. This is a video game show.
Really quick, speaking of the chat giving points, Sibylla gives a points for Struckers. However, immediately afterwards, Dan takes away a point, saying, I refuse to give points for misspeaking words. I am a stickler. I think you mean a strickler. Chris...
Take away a point for yourself. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, that was an okay joke, all right? Come on.
It was fine.
Will takes away a point for Chris because he's claiming to like baseball.
What does that even mean?
And Juggernaut today says Baron can't give a point to David for some reason, so here's that point. There we go.
What is going on?
Hey,
What's really interesting about this, MLB The Show is developed by San Diego Studio,
yes.
a Sony first-party studio.
Yeah.
It's not just an exclusivity deal. This is literally developed by a Sony first-party studio, but it's going on Xbox because MLB holds the cards.
I would
Yeah,
I would love to see what like percentage of the cut PlayStation gets for this, or like how much they got paid up front with Game Pass to put the game on Game Pass, because that I have no idea for how big
like
that number has to be.
I doubt they're getting a percentage. I think they're probably getting a flat amount.
I mean, then how much does that got to be? Because that's got to
That would be
be.
my guess.
I wonder if they made a deal where it was like, we will continue to give you the license for MLB Show for an extended period of time if you also do this. Because if they extend that contract by 5 years, but say you also have to put it on Xbox, it's worth it because it's baseball.
Well, and I think the big thing is MLB is publishing the game on Xbox, but Sony is still a developer, so they're getting a cut of that.
They're getting something. It's just weird, like to what level? We have no idea.
Really quick, there was some discussion in the chat. That point was not meant to go to David. It was in fact meant to go to Chris. So there we go.
Collusion.
Collusion. Elise, you're up next. What would you like to talk about for the fourth topic of the show?
Let's talk about VTubers.
About what?
About VTubers.
Oh, VTubers, my favorite topic.
Okay.
The future of save data.
Some point we'll get those models.
Listen, you willing to shell out like a
Someday
few
we're gonna-
$100 per person? We can get VTuber models.
I feel like if we were gonna do it like legit for not just a joke, then we'd do that. But if we're just gonna do it for a joke, then
We'll
Just make
figure it out
our-
when we get there. We'll figure it out when we get there. Maybe we
We'll
just
figure
become
it out when
only
we get there.
VTubers, you know?
Zach is literally the only person who wants this.
But I really want
hey,
it.
massive respect to any artist doing what they do.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about VTubers. Xbox has decided to hire a couple VTubers, Shishiro Boten and Himemori Luna, to
You know him.
advertise
You know him. You
games in
love him.
Japan. I don't.
They're in the mix.
I'm not a VTuber person. I do have a friend who is a VTuber,
That's
which
dope.
is fun. These people are part of HoloLive, which is like the biggest VTuber agency.
Mhm.
And this, the reason I want to talk about this is there is a history of fantastic, like outside the box advertisements in like different countries than where we are.
Mm.
So obviously here, VTubers advertising Game Pass. Amazing. I love it. You love to see it. I'm never for advertisements, but I love seeing like the different ways that you can do it. There's a lot of creativity.
I do hate that capitalist system, but man, that does make me chuckle sometimes.
I love when they shove sexy anime girls at me and tell me to buy video games.
One thing I want to talk about is y'all know fucking Venom, the movie with Tom Hardy.
With Tom Hardy, yeah.
I'm familiar.
Yeah. Yes.
In China, it was advertised with like chibi anime, like cutesy designs, like posters and advertisements.
Incredible.
And it
Venom.
It made bank. It made like 3 times the money domestic.
I mean, it didn't make much here, so.
This is all thanks to the TikToker Straw Hat Goofy, but I believe it made about
such a good
100 million in it made about 100 million in domestic, which was approximately its
cost
like
to make?
budget.
Oh,
but then
okay.
it made like 270 billion in Japan or
in China. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Do you have other funny examples?
Not right now.
Oh, okay. No,
I just want to mention that one.
wanted
to mention that one.
It was great. It was great. I was like, I thought you had like a series of like, oh, and then listen to this one. This one's wild.
A series of unfortunate advertisements.
Yeah. At least his top 10 video game ads in foreign countries. Dan does give it at least an extra point for it. Literally anything plus anime titties equals huge profit. Which
I see Dan watch the Smash video.
Dan not wrong on that one.
Makes him one of 5 people.
Hey, it's more than 500. It's still growing.
Not 1,000 per week.
Pridge, we're back at the top of the order. What would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
All right, let's go right back to gaming companies trying to stop bad people.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's talk about Twitch looking to punish misconduct that happens outside of Twitch.
Ooh.
So today, or at least when this article was today, which was yesterday or 2 days ago if you're not watching this live, Twitch today expanded its off-service conduct policy to clarify the platform may punish users and indefinitely suspend their accounts for things they do outside of Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on one hand, this may be like, oh, wow, should Twitch be like, stalking you to punish you for things you're not, that don't have anything to do with your Twitch stream?
Right.
Well, then it gets to the list of things you can be punished for doing outside of Twitch. And it becomes a lot of like, well, yeah, I really hope you wouldn't let people who do these things use Twitch, no matter where these things occur.
Right.
Because the list of things that you can do outside of Twitch but get punished on Twitch for include violent extremism, terrorist activities or recruiting, credible threats of mass violence,
Jesus,
membership in a hate group, explicit threats against Twitch and Twitch staff. It's like, well, yeah, I really hope Twitch's MO isn't, look, I know you're recruiting for a terrorist group, but you're not doing it on Twitch, so we really can't punish you for it. This is very much not news because, no shit, Twitch is going to ban you if you're a violent extremist outside of Twitch. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, hey, listen, we know you're part of a hate group, but your Warzone plays are fucking legendary, dude.
Right?
Like, you're crushing it out there.
Yes, this is very fucking. It's almost like not news because once again, of course, Twitch isn't going to let you be a terrorist and be on Twitch, regardless of where the terrorism takes place.
Yeah.
That said, YouTube still refuses to ban Steven Crowder, so you can't expect too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We never said Twitch was good at enforcing its own rules. It just has rules.
That's the other thing I was gonna add is this is cool, but it's another thing where Twitch is saying it's gonna punish bad actors for X, Y, and Z, and that usually never does unless it's Either there's like huge public outcry or it's greatly affecting their wallet.
Right. Look, no one's ever claimed Twitch is good at what it does when it comes to its code of conduct.
Anyway, thanks to everyone that subscribed
We're just talking about what the code of conduct says. We all know they'll do a bad job of enforcing it.
Right.
I'm just here to discuss the silliness of its obvious existence.
I also love the tone of like, yeah, if you're any of these things, you're banned. But also, hey, don't threaten us, please, because you're scary.
Yeah, just the last one in there is threats against the Twitch or Twitch staff.
Yeah, it's a nice little footnote to be like, also, by the way, hey.
Like, I mean, no offense, but like, I feel like actions that directly compromise the physical safety of people is sort of would already include Twitch staff, but they just had to make extra sure, please don't threaten us.
David, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
Let's talk about Kojima, dude.
Yeah, Kojima might be getting into bed with Xbox.
He might. Listen, Kojima famously fell out of bed with Konami, fell into bed with PlayStation. Maybe he fell out of bed with PlayStation and now is falling back into bed with Xbox. But really, the primary thing I want to talk about here is Phil Spencer fucking got us, all right? He fucking got all of us.
Mm-hmm.
During one of their presentations a couple months ago, something like that, I forget when it was, Phil Spencer was in front of his like cool dude video game shelves that had a bunch of cool Xbox stuff, and then it had the Lumens figure from Kojima Productions prominently featured.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, including me, was like, well, that's too obvious. That can't be foreshadowing. It can't be like the Series S where it was just like chilling, looking like a book in a bookshelf. Way too obvious. Turns out Phil duped us, intentionally made it super obvious so that we would be like, no, he can't mean that. And now Kojima Productions might be publishing their next game with Xbox and making an Xbox exclusive or at least timed exclusive game. What the fuck, Phil? Stop messing with us, man. Actually, no, keep messing with us. It's actually really entertaining. Please keep doing it. It's very fun. It makes this a lot more exciting. Realistically, this is a very interesting decision from Kojima, if this is true. Listen, y'all know Xbox does horrible in Japan. I mean, they're trying to fix it, but they don't sell shit.
Yeah, they got VTubers.
They got
VTubers out advertising because it sells so fucking horribly in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox and Japan do not work together.
Yeah.
Phil has been trying to change this for this upcoming generation. I know they've been having talks for Japanese acquisitions. They've been talking about publishing more Japanese developer created games. They put Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. They put Yakuza on Xbox. I feel like I'm missing it. Oh, they put Final Fantasy on Xbox. Like, they're trying real hard to get the Japanese audience to buy in and get developers to buy in who got screwed over in like the 360 era in their home country.
Yeah,
like,
they
listen,
sure did.
they made great games, and they were primarily for a Japanese audience who didn't show up to buy the systems. So they're really trying hard to rectify that situation, which I respect that. Like, they're going to spend a lot of money probably to try and break into the Japanese audience. And I think it's possible with like cloud streaming and stuff too. If they're doing cloud streaming, the people don't need to buy the box.
Yeah.
And let me tell you from firsthand experience, Japanese internet, hella better than American internet in every way, shape, and form, everywhere. You could probably stream games on a subway underground with how good their networking is. So it's a lot more of a feasible solution for Japan. So I'm really hoping this is true. I think this is the start of changing the game when it comes to Sony and Nintendo owning the Japanese market and owning JRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this is true. I hope it starts to change that narrative, because listen, competition's good. It makes all the game developers do better things for the consumers. So I want Xbox to succeed. And look, it sounds like Norman Reedus might be involved again for some reason, even though he can't act. Like, I don't.
Damn.
Did it to him.
Listen, did you play Death Stranding? Did you think Norman Reedus's character or acting were good? No, you didn't, because they weren't.
But
I mean, his butt was fine. I'm not gonna fucking diss his butt, but his acting was not great.
What if instead they're bringing Kojima in to resurrect a dead Microsoft franchise?
Dude, let's fucking go.
What would it
Pick
be?
one. I don't care which one. Give me a
Kojima
Kojima interpretation.
Hideo, I was gonna say Hideo Kojima's Blinks the Time Cat.
Let's go.
That's fucking incredible. Really quick, Dan gives a point. Holucha takes away a point. Says, "Sorry, David, I won't stand Norman Reedus Lander."
Listen, I love you, Holucha. Norman Reedus can't act. Move along.
Damn.
And Juggernaut gives a point to Pridge for saying what we couldn't, what we won't. Chris, what would you like to talk about for your second topic of the show?
My third topic.
Let's
Let's talk about
round two. I don't know where I'm going.
Well, let's talk about the big three. E3. That's right, motherfuckers. It ain't dead. You heard it. You heard it here last. E3 inexplicably still alive.
Wow.
So yeah, they're coming back. They thankfully are. It's an all digital event. There's no real life going. I don't know if they clarified. If I bought a ticket for like 2020 E3, do I still get a ticket like next year? Do I still get?
No, they refunded them. I had one.
They refunded them all. Okay.
That's nice of them.
That's a shame. I kind of wanted to know that I bought a ticket for something like 6 years ago. And it's gonna pan out one day, baby. Well, yeah, E3 is back, and despite my like utter shock, a lot of companies are still going to show up.
Yeah.
The official list as of now, I'm sure that they will add stuff to this, but as of now is Nintendo, Microsoft. I believe they confirmed Bethesda as well, as part of Microsoft.
Bethesda will be with Microsoft.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Capcom, Konami, talk about Pachinko, I guess. Ubisoft to blunder something on stage. Take-Two, which is, I guess they're getting a full like stage presentation. Look, they got the stage time now. Warner Games to put out something else racist, and hey man,
Warner's just going to talk about all the games that got canceled this year, delayed this year.
Exactly. Is it Koch Media? Koch Media?
I think it's Coke.
Coke. Oh, so is it by the Koch family? Like the KOCH Koch family?
Yeah, it's
I think it's them. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
They got games too. They got Walmart. They got games.
They own so much crap.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like a surprisingly decent showing here, and from like what we saw on Twitter, like Doug Bowser was like, "I'm gonna be there to talk about Nintendo stuff." Like the industry has not given up on E3 yet, despite everything.
Yeah.
I do think it's worth noting that though, like we're seeing this though, but there's a lot of companies that are not present here. I mean, like the biggest one I can think of off the top of my head is Square Enix is not showing up at all. In fact, if you type in Square Enix E3 into Google right now, it brings you just to Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just like convenient SEO or if that's the case or not.
Jeff Keighley's like, yes.
I think everyone in the industry is thinking of this as like, if E3 does this, good, they get to continue. They're fine. If they fuck this up, they're so dead, because 100%. The only companies that I see, the companies is like Nintendo, Microsoft, and Capcom. If this goes poorly, whatever. It's not their problem. They'll be fine. The Capcom's got Monster Hunter, and Microsoft and Nintendo, or Microsoft and Nintendo. Konami doesn't know shit about anything. They don't care. Ubisoft needs the platform because every time they go talk somewhere, they make a fool of themselves. Take-Two, I'm sure, is just happy for the stage space. Warner, who gives a crap? And yeah, I mean, like, I think basically, like, I don't think we're seeing a huge indie presence. I don't think we're seeing a lot of like non-listed stuff here. I think basically like we're seeing a very, very slimmed down E3 to the point where it's like, this is what E3 still has to offer. And in a space where, like, frankly speaking, I don't think we're going to see a huge return to form for these big events. I think it will be pretty much expected and demanded going forward that like the primary experience for your games COD is the online Twitch stream. It's not like going in person and trying shit out. That's kind of like, I mean, like we're witnessing the death of that. And can it come back in a post-COVID world? I don't honestly, I genuinely have no idea. I'm sure that's like what every event punter everywhere is panicking about.
Right.
But like, I think this is E3 has to do at least better than Summer Games Fest's first try, or they're fucked.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Baron, here's the thing. I know it's because Baron's thing is messed up. I'm going to still do this. Take away a point for Chris because he butchered the German pronunciation for Coke Media.
But I said a funny word instead. Come on, guys.
And
Come on, y'all.
Halucha gives a point to David for the Beyond Good and Evil 2 shirt.
Hell yeah.
I hope that doesn't come back and bite us in the ass with this tie.
Will it? Absolutely.
It absolutely will. Elise, final
It
topic of the
absolutely
show.
will.
What would you like to talk about?
All right. There's not a whole lot left. Let's talk about Pac-Man 99.
Pac-Man
Yeah.
99.
Y'all remember Tetris 99?
Yeah.
Battle Royale Tetris? Tetris, a game that already has an established battle mode and has for like 20 years or some shit. What if we did that, but instead it was Pac-Man, a game that is famously single player only and has no like precedent for this. This game looks sick. I downloaded my Switch now, but obviously Monster Hunter has taken all my time, so I haven't played it yet. But like basically they made it so that eating ghosts is the equivalent to like getting lines and getting like combos in Tetris. So you'll send extra ghosts to
somebody else's
to
field.
like the other people. Yeah. And make them like attack them more. And then there's all sorts of like power-ups and ghost train shit to boost that up. It looks fucking sick. I am bad at Pac-Man.
But
not as bad as I am at Mario.
But does this make you want to be good at Pac-Man?
This makes me want to be good at Pac-Man.
Ah.
Not enough that I'm actually gonna put a lot of time into it, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna try to be better at Pac-Man. I just want to see like the people that have been playing, the like 50-year-olds that have been playing since the arcade, you know, people who got to round 255 in Pac-Man arcade back in the 80s.
The Masters, yeah.
Video games, they've come a long way since Pac-Man.
Oh, there it is.
And they've come full circle. Yeah.
There we go.
Sometimes they come full circle.
That is thank you. That was the only good way to end that. Some developments in the chat. Pridge tries to take away a point from himself, which is not how the show works.
Damn it.
He also tries to give a point to Chris, which is also not how the show works.
You've let me take points away from myself and give them to other people before. So the rules are kind of wonk.
Yeah, that's true. Halucha does give 100 bits to the show, which actually is money, and says give a point to Chris. I don't know how this works. You can do it for free, dog. The little Tetris icon at the bottom of the chat is your channel points. Just do that.
Pretty sure Halucha knows how it works.
I think they're just fucking around. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
and also giving us money, which we appreciate. But also, that's worth 100 in-game points. So I get those.
No, you don't get 100 points. I will absolutely give you a point. Will gives a point to Chris for being a smoking hottie.
I need this. I'm unemployed. Give me the win.
And Juggernaut today takes away a point from Pridge trying to take a point away.
I don't understand what's going on.
Wait, Jugger, was that? Oh, I think Jugger is helping Pridge take a point away from Chris.
No, take away a point from himself.
Oh, sorry, from himself. Sorry, yeah, from himself. Although we're still in a tie, so that didn't super help.
No, it's not, because take a point away from Pridge, and then Dan just took away a point from me, which means we have a winner.
Hotness is not an argument in favor of his segment.
Dan has taken away 2 of my points this show.
Dan's really coming.
Someone has given me points, and then Dan has said, "No, stop having fun."
I do want to point out this week is Chris's birthday, so we've just really just totally shot Chris's fun.
I'm unemployed. I had a 3-hour argument with my mother today.
Oh God. Does anybody want to give points to Chris?
End the show. David's in the lead.
That is going to call it for this week, which does mean Pridge, Chris, and Elise, it's time to go home and become family men, because this week's winner is David. David, are you ready for your minute to win it?
Sure, why not?
Take it away.
So, all right, y'all. I've linked this on Discord. There's this dope-ass looking anime rhythm game that has been announced on Kickstarter called Unbeatable. I want it, so go back it. Please. I need this. It looks like everything that I want in life. It also help them get their stretch goals. Because, I mean, they got their goal. Help them get their stretch goals so we can get a customizable beat map creator. Because I need that. Thank you. I don't need a full minute. That was all.
I mean,
Also, there is a small vertical slice demo up, which I will be giving thoughts about tomorrow on Save Datacast.
oh, cool.
Vertical Slice, which is almost the name of this channel.
Yeah.
It was not almost.
No,
Not almost.
We couldn't. Somebody
We
already has
Googled it and we're like, oh, that's taken.
I emailed the person to be like, hey, do you want to give us this? And they said no. So important things to plug this week. We do have 2 new video essays from last week. If you haven't seen them already, the newest in the Zelda videos, as well as Chris's video on how to fix professional sports by adding Super Smash Brothers characters to it. It's a fantastic video. Please go watch it. Please.
It's a fantastic video, and we know you didn't watch it. We have the proof.
David, would you like to tell people about tomorrow's show?
Absolutely. Tomorrow's show, the Save Data Cast, will be airing at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will be talking about the Avengers of video games, because we all know Marvel's Avengers, the video game, sucked, so we need to pick new Avengers.
A really quick question before we get in there, because I've started making lists on this. Are we doing actual video game characters, like, which video game character would be Captain America? Which video game
That's what I
character
was doing.
would be
Or the
Iron Man?
equivalent.
Okay, so we're trying to actually match characters. That's what I was wondering too.
I was doing more about like archetype. So like, for example, for like Hawkeye, I was like the boring one. And then I put a character in.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, it's however you want to rationalize it. If it's
Okay.
because
Okay.
Hawkeye is fucking boring, go for it. If it's because Hawkeye is an archer with no superpowers, go for it. Is it because Hawkeye has Hawk in his name? Go for it. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit, Tony Hawk.
Oh my god. The Birdman.
Dude, oh my god, he's basically Legolas. He can shoot arrows from the skateboard like Legolas did from a shield.
God,
Let's go.
Why did they not give Hawkeye a skateboard in the Marvel movies? That would have made his character like 10 times better.
All I can see is Tony Hawk in the crash chute skating down the staircase in Helm's Deep on the shield.
All right, we're making this joke tomorrow. Someone needs to do it.
Tony Hawk in the crash chute is so good.
And Tony Hawkeye, chat, great name.
Yeah,
Good
the
name
chat
for
is
him.
really
God,
enjoying
Tony
that.
Hawkeye, damn it. This is so good.
Next week, important to add, we will be doing a big celebration stream for us hitting 25,000 subs. We might actually
Probably
hit 30,000 by
maybe
next
30.
week.
Almost certainly based on channel growth per week.
Yeah, our trajectory. So that's super rad. It'll probably be on Friday. I'm gonna say it's gonna be on Friday, but check if you're not in our Discord. Check our Discord because we'll post the schedule there once we have it.
Sure.
We'll have a lot of fun things ready for that and giveaways and all the stuff we normally do with our big streams. So if you haven't been to one of those, plan some time because it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be wild.
Chris, do you have something to plug this week?
In 20 minutes, I will be on Subpixel's podcast Local Chat. That's just our general plug to our friends over at Subpixel. YouTube.com/Subpixel or subpixelfilms.com will bring you there. Echoing the theme of we need this, Will also lost his job when I lost mine. So hey, go watch it. We could everybody needs stuff this week. And then shout out to the Debate This Cast. That's Twitch TV/Debate This Cast. They debate stuff in video games and also stream stuff. Thank you for your time.
They're super funny people, so go check them out if you can. That is going to do it for this week's episode. So again, until next week, this has been Around the Monitor.